Another installment of the River City Rumble. Crosstown rivals meet. This time, more on the line. The A-Sun quarterfinals. Loser's season is over. Jacksonville University against the University of North Florida here on ESPN3. Brett Martineau along with Lee Moon Jr. Lee, on Thursday, the Ospreys won 73-69. Do you think the game will play out similarly to that night?
I think so. I think we're going to see a very similar pace game, and you're going to see a game where the Dolphins need Holder and Fernandez to play big for them, and then UNF needs the supporting cast to support Dallas Moore.
Dallas Moore named the A-Sun Player of the Year. Back-to-back years, that accolade came on Sunday, and Dallas was pretty good on Thursday night against these JU Dolphins. Had 21 in the second half, 25 overall. There you see, third in the country in scoring for Dallas Moore. I'll tell you what, Darian Fernandez is fun to watch, and he was good down the stretch on Thursday, Lee.
He was absolutely on fire down the stretch. They needed that earlier from him, but he sparked it, got a good go for it, and then got him back in the game. UNF was a little too much to overcome.
Starting lineups being announced, and here you get a look at them, and those highlighted are players that won awards on Sunday when the A-Sun announced all their awards, including Dallas Moore for Player of the Year. And you see Garrett Sams back in the lineup. He missed this game on Thursday, had an injury, but he's good to go today, Lee.
Yeah, he looked good in warm-ups, moving well, shooting the ball well, but he's got a little extra protection, as you can see underneath his uniform, or we can see underneath his uniform. They're going to need him to play big. They're going to need his 10 points and 6+ rebounds back in that lineup. I know they're happy about it.
Well, there you see the postseason awards. Dallas Moore, what a season. Just the third player to ever go back-to-back as Player of the Year in the A-Sun. Wajid Aminu, Freshman of the Year. That could be a good sign for UNF. Dallas Moore won Freshman of the Year back when he was in his first season in college. There you can see Garrett Sams. He could have easily won Freshman of the Year with the season he had. And then for JU, J.R. Holder. And look out for Tanner Rubio. Caught fire a little bit in the second half on Thursday night, played well in the first game between these two. He can really shoot the basketball, Lee.
Oh, he shoots the lights out from behind that three-point line. They're going to need, in my opinion, they're going to need Rubio to knock in about 4 threes tonight, if not more, to get him going from outside. They do shoot the ball really well, high percentage from three-point range. Didn't on Thursday night, need to tonight if they're going to win this game.
Lee has some magic numbers that he likes to play with, and he was right on the money on Thursday. Magic number 72 for the JU Dolphins, and you may even float that down to 70, but you said 72 points over and under. Well, 73-69 was the final score. Ospreys won it.
Yeah, I flew out to Vegas after that game and took my chances. No, I think that we're looking right around that 71-point mark. If the team that can hold their opponent to under 71 tonight, I think it's got a great chance to win the game.
Dominate the paint for UNF, but Romello Banks and Wajid Aminu were in foul trouble on Thursday. They have to defend the three-point line. And look at key number 2, stop Dallas's drive. They did a nice job on Moore once he got within 10 feet of the basket on Thursday.
Yeah, they collapsed on him, brought us sometimes a third defender over to keep him from getting all the way to the rim, forcing him to take tough shots or find somebody and give it up. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Here we go from UNF Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. 3 wins away from a bid to the NCAA tournament. Automatic bid for the A-Sun champion. That will happen on Sunday. First things first, everybody has to get by a quarterfinal game here on this Monday night. Ospreys with 10 seconds on the shot clock. First possession of the game. Here's Aminu. This is the easy one inside. Got a good look, and then there's a foul. And Aminu has been known to get in foul trouble. Banks as well.
Yeah, and that played a big part in the game on Thursday night, is the foul trouble for the Ospreys. And it starts the same way it ended. Foul trouble again. Aminu's got to play a little more heads up. He can't get himself in foul trouble. He's still got to be aggressive. Romello Banks, the same thing applies.
Where's Fernandez? Really finished the game in a flurry on Thursday. J.R. Holder misses. A nice tap-back rebound by Marcel White. And now Holder throws it away to Bottiger, and he throws it off Marcel White. Good heads-up play by the senior, who's coming off a fantastic game. Career night for Bottiger in what was his final regular season game. 6 3-pointers, career high, 20 points, Lee.
Yeah, he sparked it in the first half, and they needed that spark because Dallas Moore was not there. Bottinger knocking in 6 threes in the first half. Dallas Moore there that time. The senior needed to get off to a good start and has so far with a three-pointer there.
Now Marcel White tries to answer, but he's too strong. And the battle of the boards won by Garrett Sams, the freshman. And there you can see the protection underneath. Looked to be a rib injury that he's been dealing with the last few days. Missed the game Thursday. We talked to him Thursday. He said, I'll be ready to go on Monday. And, well, here he is.
Yeah, they need him to play big, not do any more than what he normally does.
Nice job defensively again by JU against Dallas Moore, but then a steal on the other end and a touchdown pass to Moore, and he usually finishes. That's easy for Dallas.
And that's going to be critical, as it has all year, is the Ospreys have to score in transition, and it must be layups. They got to get easy buckets because they sometimes bog down in their half-court offense.
Oh, bad news for JU. Moore had 4 points in the first half Thursday night. He's already got 5 here in the opening minutes here at UNF Arena tonight.
And what we've already seen differently, Brent, from JU is they came out and they started out in man-to-man, and they're staying man-to-man.
Good contested three. Marcel White with a nice job to get out on Dallas Moore, and you could tell that really altered the shot. But Omar El Monasterly picks up a foul underneath on the loose ball. There you take a look at Tony Jasic. Talked to Tony Jasic today, and he said, might have a similar game plan, but might have a wrinkle too. He wasn't giving up much. Of course, that's the challenge, isn't it, Lee? 2 times in 5 days, the same teams meet.
Yeah, you get used to seeing what the other team's doing. You get comfortable. So it is. You need to find a way to throw in a wrinkle or two that makes the other team think a little bit, especially on the offensive end.
3rd-seeded UNF, 6th-seeded Jacksonville University. Winner will get the Lipscomb Stetson winner from tonight. And we'll keep an eye on the scoreboard here from UNF Arena tonight. Nice defense again by Marcel White. That's twice in a row. And he throws up the lob, but Clayton can't handle it. The ball comes right to Banks. Antoine Clayton can really fly, but he just couldn't catch it.
Good steal. They just got to finish on the other end.
Well, the shot's not falling for UNF, but Aminu does a nice job on the glass. And then almost turns it over. Flurry turns into a Bottinger three-point attempt and a long rebound. Good fancy dribbling by Fernandez, almost stolen away a couple of times.
As small as Fernandez is, that ball doesn't have to go far to bounce up to get it in his hands.
And then the three from Marcel White. The JU Dolphins can really shoot the three-point ball.
Yes, they can. They shoot a really good percentage from behind that three-point line. It's critical that the Ospreys defend the three-point line, get out and stay in pockets of shooters. No uncontested threes for the Dolphins because they can get hot in a hurry, and we saw that on Thursday night.
Now Bottinger in the corner. He's 0 for 2 after that hot night the other night.
I think you got to contain Fernandez off the bounce.
Oh, couldn't do it that time, and Fernandez goes up against Romello Banks and puts it in.
Yeah, good job of using his strong, compact body, getting inside the body of the shot blocker and making a bucket.
But how about Dallas Moore? He's got all 8 points for the University of North Florida. Almost like he said, hey, guys, let's see if you can score here and there. And then, well, that didn't work, so he just went back to his offense.
Well, hey, he's got an advantage shooting the basketball over Fernandez. Fernandez, not very tall in stature, hand down, man down, as the young kids say on the playground.
Lee Moon Jr. always trying to stay young, youthful. Fernandez misses. Wajidaminu rips it away. He's a rebounding machine for the Ospreys.
I think you got to score at the basket here in transition.
He thought about pulling up for 3, did Dallas Moore, and then thought better of it. 15 to go on the shot clock.
You got to throw it in to Aminu. Aminu's got to work harder against Fernandez down on the block. He's got an advantage.
Dallas Moore fires away for 3, no good. A loose ball rebound, JU has it. You're right, though. They didn't take advantage of the mismatch. Clayton inside, dumps it to El Monasterly, creates some space and misses, and they'll call a foul. Looks like it will be against Romello Banks, and it will. Banks picks up his first. All 8 points for UNF from the Player of the Year in the ASUN, Dallas Moore. It's a 3-point lead on ESPN3. The two-time A-Sun Player of the Year, Dallas Moore, doing Player of the Year type of things. All 8 points for the Ospreys. They have a 3-point lead here at home in the A-Sun quarterfinals. Brett Martineau along with Lee Moon Jr. here on ESPN3. And look at him. He only scores 24 a game. He's a third of the way there on 3 for 5 shooting, including a couple of triples. It's been the Dallas Moore show, like it's kind of been for the last few years around these parts.
Yeah, it's good for the Ospreys to see Dallas Moore get off to a hot start. What I don't like to see is if he falls in love with that three-point shot. He's way more effective getting to the glass, getting to the rim, and then it softens up on him on the perimeter because he's going by, and then he can really knock down some open, uncontested shots.
Omar El Monasterly at the free throw line, knocks in the first, misses the second, and that was a sore spot for JU on Thursday night. Just 7 of 17 from the free throw line, and normally a very good free throw shooting team at 74%.
Yeah, it was out of character for him, and they need to convert at the free throw line.
Dallas Moore contested again on the interior, and it was a tough shot. Couldn't hit it. As you take a look at the free throw percentage from both teams, JU, one of the best in the country.
Anytime you can get freebies, you need to make sure you can go ahead and convert on those. JU does a good job of that. I don't think they get to the free throw line enough as well as they shoot it from the free throw line.
Fernandez from 3. He knocks it down, and he's a fun player to watch. He can do it inside, can do it outside.
Well, UNF got caught again, getting sucked in. The ball goes to the free throw line. They suck the defense in, and then they kick it right back out. UNF's got to stay expanded on the perimeter with shooters so it can't kick it right back out, or ricochet as they like to call it.
Melo Banks working hard on the post. Davenport couldn't find him. Now 5 on the shot clock. Here's Horn, and Davenport has to shoot it. Shot clock's about to go off. It does, and missed shot by Davenport. Pulled down, 1 and done. JU, here they come with a 1-point lead. Never did have the lead on Thursday night.
And they got an early one tonight, albeit a 1-point lead.
Marcel White working against Horn, and now stolen away from Dallas Moore. Moore trying to split a double team on the break, and he gets it easy too. He's got all 10.
Starts on the defensive end for the Ospreys. If they're good, their defense is good. If their offense is good, it's because their defense is great.
Clayton on the baseline. Dumps to El Monasterly, and he puts it off the glass and in. Nice interior passing by JU.
Yeah, they're getting the ball in the soft spot of those zones. Where they couldn't finish on Thursday night, they finished early here against the zone of UNF.
Chris Davenport, strong move to the basket. And nice foul by Clayton. He had been beat, so he'll send Davenport to the free throw line to try to earn a couple. Davenport has been sensational in the A-Sun season. More on him in a moment. First, Matthew Driscoll. We always talk about what Matthew Driscoll has built. Here's what sums it up, Lee Moon Jr. 6 straight games in the A-Sun tourney here at home. And they're 4-1 in those games. Of course, they won all 3 to get to the NCAA tournament a couple years ago. Then last year lost in the semis here at home to Florida Gulf Coast. Wound up going to the NIT. It just shows you what Matthew Driscoll has built here in Jacksonville.
Oh, he's done a great job, and he's done it the right way. I know that's a big thing for UNF athletic department and athletic director Lee Moon Sr. Doing things the right way. When he brought Coach Driscoll in, giving him the resources and the time to build it the right way with the right kids, the right character, and it's paid off immensely for Coach Driscoll and UNF.
Good job on the interior passing once again by JU, but they couldn't knock down the shot. Davenport stepped on the baseline, so it will stay with Jacksonville. Davenport hit 1 of 2 free throws, so he's the only other player to score for UNF. Dallas Moore has 10, Davenport 1.
Dallas Moore and UNF need help from the other guys. They need the other guys to step up, make open shots, make open layups, and then rebound the basketball. They got to dominate. One-shot defense has got to be really good for them.
Here comes Moore, certainly feeling it in the early going. Floats it up, front rims, got the rebound, off the glass and in. How did Dallas Moore get that rebound?
Well, he got off the ground, and Rubio didn't get off the ground at all, and that's how he got that rebound.
Nice little floater by Elman Asterly. Tony Jasic getting on Rubio right now. Tanner Rubio, really sharp shooter, freshman.
Yeah, but I don't think he can guard Dallas Moore. Not today, not tomorrow, and probably not ever.
Now Moore going to the basket, and they'll call a blocking foul against Elman Asterly. Keep in mind, the other night, Dallas Moore was called for a couple of charges. JU did such a nice job on the interior. 13-13 here on ESPN3. There is a very good chance Dallas Moore is playing his final home game at UNF Arena. He's putting on quite a show early for the home fans. 12 out of the 13 North Florida points, and we're all tied up here in the first 8.5 minutes of the A-Sun quarterfinals. Brett Martineau along with Lee Moon Jr. And you've mentioned it a couple of times already, Lee, but the Ospreys need to find some help for Dallas.
And they need to find it. They don't need to force it, but I think the ball needs to go inside to Aminu and to Davenport, especially against the guys that they have guarding them right now.
Osborne Blunt threw it away, then stole it, and then got it to Wajid Aminu, who's fouled by Fernandez. So some sloppy yet frantic play will send Aminu to the free throw line.
Yeah, again, I think you got to throw the ball inside. It's got to get an early post touch and then play inside out. Aminu and Davenport both have an advantage over the guy guarding them, in my opinion. And I think the ball needs to go in there without harping on it from me. Ball's got to go inside first.
Dallas Moore played all 40 minutes on Thursday night against Jacksonville University. He usually plays most of the game, but right now he finds himself on the bench getting a little bit of a breather from head coach Matthew Driscoll. And Osborne Blunt's played some critical minutes in the last few weeks for this Osprey team, and he's in the game right now in Dallas Moore's place. Aaron Horn will get whistled for a foul on the missed rebound. 1 of 2 for Wajid Aminu, which is par for the course, considering he's a 48% free throw shooter.
Now, what are the Ospreys going to do, and how are they going to be defensively as Dallas Moore's out of the game?
Oh, a miss by JU. Nice job getting back defensively in transition by the Dolphins. Blunt has it. Fernandez being pesky. Aminu blocked. Will they call the body there? They call a jump ball, and it will go to JU. Nice defensive play by Marcel White. That's the third time I've said that here tonight by Marcel White.
Yeah, he did a good job of coming over from the weak side as that ball was floated in there to Aminu, which good post speed. He was right there on the catch, walled him up, and then Aminu's got to be better scoring the basketball with angles instead of trying to play through Marcel White's hands.
Speaking of pesky, Osborne Blunt can be very pesky on the defensive side for the Ospreys, and Davenport gets a hand on the basketball and knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, good hands by Davenport in the passing lanes to get that deflection out of bounds. They've got to be active on the perimeter, especially on the ball. No easy passes inside, but you need to be in the pocket of shooters on the perimeter right now if you're the Ospreys.
Fun matchup to watch right here, Fernandez and Blunt, although now he gives off and Fernandez throws it right out of bounds. Clayton was slashing to the basket, miscommunication, turnover.
Fernandez, and that's good recognition by the Ospreys. When Fernandez drives the ball, if he gets too deep, he's not going to get it up on the rim. His size limits him from finishing around the rim oversized.
Well, there you look at the series history, 28th meeting between the two schools. Jacksonville University dominated this series early on, and now look at UNF. They've won 8 meetings in a row in this River City Rumble, as they call it here in Jacksonville, Florida, between crosstown rivals, and that, of course, draws the ire of Tony Jasic and the Jacksonville University fans. Killer crossover by Blunt, and he finishes.
Yeah, he put the crossover on Holder. Holder, as my man Bill Raftery likes to say, had some lingerie on the floor that he's got to pick up on the way back down.
3-point lead for the Ospreys. Fernandez already hit 1 3, and Thought he had that one. Missed. Aminu, another rebound. Sams can get to the basket. He likes to. Blocked, though. And then we've got a tie-up, and I think we'll call a jump ball. How about Marcel White? Another block. Marcel White is playing tremendously on the defensive end for the Dolphins as you look at Blunt.
A nice 1-2 crossover back to the left. Finishes. Left holder standing there in cement. Nice play under control by Osborne Blunt. And that's what he's given the Ospreys, under control, making the right play over the last couple games.
Win or go home. It's been frantic at times, and you can tell both teams really leaving it out on the floor. Sometimes that creates some sloppy activity, like the sequence you just watched. Here's Moore. Tries the three, gets some space, misses, but banks right there. And that's the advantage for UNF. Puts it in, he'll go to the line.
And that's what you want to see if you're the Ospreys. You need Romello Banks to come to the party and join and come get some cake. You know, make the solid plays underneath the basket, rebound the ball, and get a stick back like that, and then go to the free throw line and knock one in, which he doesn't do quite often at about a 50% clip.
Yeah, UNF has a couple of poor free throw shooters in Aminu 48% and Romello Banks 46%. Couldn't finish off the three-point play, but it is a 5-point lead. Matches the largest of the game. Now Misters misses. But those long rebounds off the threes gives Holder an opportunity, and that bounce. That almost hit the ceiling and dropped in.
Yeah, that brought rain with it. That's a fortunate bounce for Holder.
Look at the activity Dallas Moore draws. Off-balance floater in the lane. Wanted the foul, didn't get it, but got the two.
And I thought there was some contact. They could have very easily called and one there for Dallas Moore. I thought there was contact on the drive, and they just let play. Good drive and in the paint, attacking again is Dallas Moore.
There has to be a sense of that for the University of North Florida. Dallas Moore, every game now could be his last game. The career that he's had here, setting all sorts of records. Best player to ever wear the uniform. Back-to-back player of the year in the A-Sun. Third in the country in scoring. You just don't want to see that end if you're an Osprey.
No, you don't. And the only way it's going to end is if the Ospreys don't defend. They defend, they got a chance.
Another missed three as the Dolphins can't get them to fall here in the first half. They've had open looks, though.
I think the way JU is defending ball screens, Fernandez is trying to fight over top of them. And I would get the ball back to Dallas Moore and let him play off of that ball screen and turn the corner hard.
Blunt almost steals it. He's everywhere right now, playing 100 miles an hour. 4-point game. 7.5 to play from UNF Arena. Loose ball on the ground, and we have the third jump ball of the first half, and then we've got a little pushing and shoving. Look out now. This is 2 times in 5 days. Crosstown rivals. Our official just hit the deck as well, and that's never good. So both teams trying to break it up. And I don't think we'll get a call other than a timeout, and it will be Jacksonville University basketball. We'll take a break and settle it when we come back. Welcome back here to UNF Arena as our officiating crew is taking a look at this little scrum that took place right before the timeout. It was a jump ball call. There you can see Fernandez and Blunt kind of get into each other a little bit, lose their balance, a little pushing and shoving. And we'll see what Rick Crawford, who ended up taking a spill in all of this, is going to say. And he just told us, you know what, it's going to be a jump ball, the original call. Nothing will happen because of it. But certainly interesting. And there you see Rick Crawford takes a tumble. But I think he noticed on the replay his feet just got caught up with the other players. I don't think there was shoving that caused that leak.
No, the shoving, there was no shoving that created the Rick Crawford from falling. But I think there was a little extracurricular after Osborne Blunt, Fernandez got off the ground. There's still some skirmish in the scrum.
That's where they would have called something if they did, but they said, you know what, not enough there. And jump ball goes over to Jacksonville University. And, probably a good call by this officiating crew. Did a nice job. Cooler heads prevail. And they figured it out on the replay as the shot clock violation for the Jacksonville University Dolphins. I think coming out of all that, JU didn't realize there was not a lot of time left on the shot clock in that possession.
No, there was not shot clock awareness coming out of that long delay there as they looked at that replay. Ospreys were well aware of the shot clock and played good defense there. Again, I think the ball has got to go inside right now as they try to run a little rub screen for Romello Banks to bring him to the ball side block, looking to feed. The ball's got to go inside to Romello Banks or Davenport if you're the Ospreys, or Dallas Moore's got to play off the two-man game up top and see if he can't get Davenport to set a solid screen on Fernandez and come off the ball screen, turn the corner, and take it to the rim.
The foul is on Antoine Clayton, his second, so he checks out of the game. And Bottiger draws the foul, reach-in foul. And that will be a 1-and-1 situation as now the Ospreys go into the bonus. Once again, I think we should applaud our officiating crew there. Rick Crawford, Nathan Bemis, and Will Howard. They did a nice job of that situation. It looked a little worse than it was, I think, when you went back on replay, and they did a nice job. Even with Crawford hitting the ground, that could eventually lead to something, and I think they did a really nice job with it.
Oh, yeah, Rick Crawford, I mean, he was graceful, looking like Simone Biles there on the little backward somersault. He's got a chance, man. He may be a little too old for the Olympics, but hey, you never know.
Cody Jasick, the Jacksonville University coach, during play on that last possession said, "You okay?" He said yes. 20-16. The Ospreys in the lead. Coming up on 6.5 to play in the first half. Another miss by Jacksonville as DeMontrez Austin into the game. Can't find the rim.
Yeah, here's the two-man game. If you're not going to get it to Banks, go ahead and set that high ball screen and really turn the corner.
Dallas Moore has 14 of the 20 for UNF. Working against Misters, takes him to the basket, but can't finish. Lee, let's talk about this a little bit, because what JU did on Thursday against Dallas Moore on the interior, maybe 10 feet in, 8 feet in, once he got to the lane, and what they're doing again tonight is obviously affecting his ability to finish.
Well, they're making him score over bigger bodies at the rim. They're not going to give him a clean path to the rim.
Nice finish by Holder, and that play was set up by Fernandez, but they don't get back, and Dallas Moore throws it down.
Yeah, Dallas Moore, slow getting back transition defense, leaked out on that quick inbound pass.
The crowd here wanted an offensive foul against Misters. Instead, it will be a blocking foul against Chris Davenport. Really a poor job by both teams getting back on transition defense on those last two possessions.
Yeah, poor job getting back on defense, but a good job by both teams at getting the ball out of the net and looking to go quick off those makes. You don't always have to run off of misses. You can run off makes too. You just got to get it out of the net quickly.
4-point game as this one stays close. 5-point advantage by the Ospreys, the largest lead of the game so far. Holder does a nice job of getting around Aaron Horn and get the roll as well. Strong hands by Holder.
Yeah, good job of body control and finishing at the rim by Holder. A nice drive.
Moore kicks to Davenport. Aminu has it on the block. He's got good moves for a young player. Five to go on the shot clock. Davenport launches it, no good, and Misters clears. Not what they wanted there.
No, it was a bad shot. Even though it was late clock, it was a bad shot.
And then Holder with the quick two down the other end as Jacksonville University is running and gunning a little bit against the University of North Florida, and Matthew Driscoll wants a timeout. Transition baskets doing the trick right now for the Dolphins.
Yeah, it's critical for both these teams because they do get bogged down in the half court. offensively. Both these teams, in order for them to have success, need to score in transition. And right now, the buckets in transition are in favor of JU in the last 4.5 minutes. Early on, UNF was scoring off of their defense, creating turnovers and scoring. They had 7 early points off of turnovers, UNF did, and now the roles are reversed. UNF isn't turning it over, but they're taking bad shots that are leading to transition or run-out baskets by JU. That's just as bad as a live ball turnover. You take bad, quick shots.
J.R. Holder with the finish. He's a fantastic player, having a great year for the Jacksonville University Dolphins. And he was honored by the A-Sun on Sunday for that spectacular season. 18 points he's averaging on the year. Sams can't finish. Aminu gets another chance, and he does. Nice patient look by the freshman.
Nice cut by Sams. Recognition, and I was about to say it a possession ago, there's nothing behind the last defender for JU, so I thought you could send a cutter behind and hit him, and they did.
Baseline jumper, no good. Here comes Dallas Moore. Darius Dawkins into the game for Jacksonville University for the first time. We didn't see him on Thursday. Floater. Here's the patented floater by Dallas Moore.
And that's what he's got to start doing as he drives the basketball, as you talked about earlier. They got a nice finish by Fernandez.
How about the English he put on that to finish?
He's taking a page out of Dallas Moore's books with a little bit of magic spin on it.
He somehow makes his way to the basket and has that ability to finish. Aaron Horn, strong move, dump to Aminu, and he throws it down.
Nice sharing of the basketball there. It was 3 passes and a cutting. Aminu able to finish with a dunk with some authority. They got to score off their defense. The Ospreys now have had two defensive stops here in a row.
Ball movement to Misters, who drives the baseline easy. A lot of easy baskets for Jacksonville University.
Too easy. The Ospreys, as JU's doing a good job of driving the basketball. They're not settling for threes, which is what they did on Thursday night. They're getting to the basket, and the Ospreys are moving out of, they're giving you the Olay. Just getting out of the way completely, no resistance to the drives.
Here's Davenport against Dawkins in the box. Has it blocked, gets it back, and puts it in easily. Mister's almost tied up by Sams in the corner. And now Dawkins, he can really shoot it. Launches and misses. Made 13 threes in a game earlier this year, 13 for 17. How about that?
That's on fire from anywhere. It doesn't matter 3 or 2s.
Sams working the baseline and couldn't get it to fall. Works hard for the rebound and somehow got it, but Fernandez, those pesky hands, knock it away in a steal. Now Dawkins inside the three-point line, hits the jumper. And Tony Jasic calls a timeout immediately with 2:08 remaining in the first half. We've got a tight one in the A-Sun quarterfinals. Ospreys by 2 on ESPN 3. Aaron Horn dumps it to the freshman of the year. Wajid Aminu finishes emphatically. 5 points, 5 rebounds for number 2 for the University of North Florida. 30-28 game. It's been back and forth, very tight. Sometimes helter-skelter action. They're playing for their lives, Lee Moon Jr.
They're playing for a chance to advance, and that's all that matters right now. Conference tournament play, win, and you advance, and that's the idea. Go 1-0, and the Ospreys have the advantage at home, but right now JU's playing much better than they did on Thursday night. They're executing offensively, and I think they're still doing a pretty good job defending. Even though Dallas has 18 points, everybody else is relatively quiet.
How about Aminu? Again, he shows the experience in veteran-type moves. He's just a freshman. That's not an easy play right there, Lee.
No, there was patience to that dribble, and then he was able to finish. He's going to be he's a good player now. He's going to be really good as he gets stronger, gets a little more acclimated offensively. because his motor is constantly running. He affects the game in other ways than just scoring the basketball. He's got a chance to be a really good player in the A-Sun over the next 4 years.
Osborne Blunt trying to be pesky on that defensive end for the University of North Florida. Misters works against Aminu, can't finish, and the rebound falls to Bottinger. 4-point game, approaching a minute to play here in the first half. Dallas Moore has 18 points. Aminu and Moore combining for 25 of the 32. That's why they were Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year in this conference.
The ball's got to go inside. It's too perimeter oriented for the Ospreys. They're going nowhere with it.
Davenport stuck. Somebody's going to launch a shot, and Blunt does, but he misses everything. That was not a good possession on offense for the Ospreys. Now here comes Fernandez to Marcel White. 3 in the corner for Dawkins, and he hits it, and that's a fist pump for Rubio as he goes back down the other end of the floor. Good ball movement.
Rubio liked to see Dawkins knock that in. He knows it only takes one for Dawkins to catch fire.
About a half a second differential. Game clock, shot clock, so Dallas Moore will hold for the final shot as UNF looks to take the lead into halftime, up by 1. Got to figure this will be all Dallas. 5 to go. Gets bumped, throws up a shot, no good, and the half comes to an end. Good defense by Jacksonville University. Moore looked like he wanted a foul call, did not get it. In fact, he'll have a little conversation with the officials as he heads to the locker room. But that will send us to the break. 32-31. Dallas Moore, 18 points, but Jacksonville University are right there, 20 minutes into the A-Sun quarterfinals. Second half action here in the A-Sun quarterfinals. Jacksonville University and the University of North Florida crosstown rivals. Ospreys with a 1-point lead as we begin the second half of play. 20 minutes to determine who will go to the A-Sun semifinals on Thursday night against the winner of NJIT and Lipscomb. And right away to start the second half, momentum for JU, and that's Wajid Aminu with an offensive foul.
The Ospreys can't afford empty possessions, certainly not to start the half out. I like the play, a little slip screen, but El Masterly did a great job being there right on the catch, not giving Aminu any room, and Aminu ran him over.
Let's see what kind of adjustments are made here in the second half, Lee. Misters can't catch the basketball, and Dallas Moore almost chased that down and would have had a freebie.
Yeah, and 2 empty possessions, 1 on each end of the floor. Not a good way to start the second half for either team.
One thing to note, Garrett Sams played 13 minutes, the freshman who missed the game Thursday with a rib injury. 0 points, 2 rebounds, and a turnover in the first half. You can tell he's a bit uncomfortable, Lee.
Yeah, he's grabbing his side a little bit here and there with some physicality.
Now Bottinger gets to see one fall. He didn't have any in the first half, 0 for 3, but gets his first look in the second.
Nice drive and kick, sucked the defense in, and Bottinger wide open on the catch and shoot, knocked it in. A little bit reminiscent of the first half on Thursday night.
Well, Dallas Moore was 2 for 5 from three-point land in the first half. The rest of the team was 0 for 7. So somebody else has to chip in as Marcel White chips in from the free throw line for the Dolphins.
Yeah, good look and good dive into that soft spot in the UNF zone for Marcel White, and a feathery touch from 15 feet.
Almost a travel by Sams. And now some traffic on the interior and a steal by Fernandez. And they will call an offensive foul against J.R. Holder. Aaron Bottinger drawing the foul.
Yeah, good job of getting back in position where he could take the charge. Took the hit, lowered his shoulder, and a good charge there by Bottinger there. It's evident right now, Brent, that as you watch Holder just drive his shoulder and Bottinger take the hit, charge there, good job getting position. It's evident to me over the last game and a half that we've seen against the Dolphins that they are collapsing on any drive inside of 15 feet. The whole team. And the right play is the kick out for a three. We saw Bottinger hit one earlier. And there's the other one. In a row. Kick out for a kick out three because of the drive and collapse. It's going to be there. They're going to force UNF to take and make three-pointers. You just got to have the right guys shooting it.
And all you have to do is see one fall, at least for Bottinger at this moment. He's hit 2 in a row after missing his first 3 of the game, but he was on fire on Thursday night in the first half when he made a half a dozen threes in the first 20 minutes. So look out for number 12.
Well, made threes can get you separation really quickly if you're getting defensive stops.
Looks like Garrett Sands jumped up so high, sneaker may have caught Marcel White right in the face. He looks to be okay. And nice sportsmanship there between Sams and Marcel White.
Garrett Sams, his defensive version of Pele there. Little foot kick.
That's one of those dangerous plays. You know, we've seen that a couple times this year where sometimes the defender ends up on the back of the offensive player. And we already know Sams is hurting a little bit. Instead, it was White that got the foot end of that jump. Fernandez, nice dump to Holder, and he throws it down to the baseline. Boy, Fernandez fun to watch.
Yeah, good split by Fernandez. Too much open gap between Bottinger and Dallas Moore, not fighting over that screen. And Fernandez lowered his shoulder, got low, got in there for a nice drop-off finish.
Now Bottinger, he's hit 2 threes in a row. 10 to go on the shot clock. White has been sensational defensively tonight. Gets up in the air. Aminu now has it and then throws it out of bounds. So really an empty possession once again for the Ospreys. Ball in the wrong hands on the perimeter.
Good split here by Fernandez on the replay. Holder sees him. He knows Fernandez likes to dish it when he gets around the rim. Nice cut and finish. Bad possession by the Ospreys. The ball stayed on one side of the floor the whole possession. Too much dribbling, not enough passing. They got to swing the ball side to side, get the defense moving. Drive, penetrate, and kick.
And almost a turnover by Fernandez. Instead, it's a foul against Sams. Instead of a tie-up.
Yeah,
the Ospreys wanted the tie-up.
I'd want the tie-up, too. I'm not quite sure where the foul came in as the ball was loose. It's a freebie. You can go get it.
The Ospreys now with 6 turnovers. They have as many turnovers in the first 3 minutes of the second half as they did in the entire first half. And unforced.
Yeah, that's been an Achilles heel for the Ospreys is those turnovers and live ball turnovers that are really hard to defend. They got to limit any live ball turnovers.
Ospreys average 16 turnovers a game. El Monasterly misses. Dallas Moore has a chance to run out a little bit, but that's a lot of green jerseys already back on defense.
Yeah, you can tell what the emphasis was from Thursday until tonight for the Dolphins. Transition defense.
Moore just with the crossover and the 3, Lee.
Little pullback, 3-point step back pullback by Dallas Moore, creating the space he needed to finish it from about 26 feet.
6-point lead for the Ospreys. Fernandez amongst the tall trees almost throws it away. Holder tries to throw it down, and here comes Bottinger to Davenport. Moore in the corner. 3, got it. Dallas Moore is on fire. Moore gets the crowd at UNF Arena going crazy, and Tony Jasic wants a timeout. The Ospreys have erupted. A 9-point lead behind Dallas Moore's 24 points here on ESPN3. Chris Davenport finds Dallas Moore in the corner. Didn't like the first look. He sure liked the second one. And Dallas Moore has 4 3-pointers, 24 points. And look at the emotion from the sensational senior from St. Petersburg, Florida. Reigning ASUN Player of the Year. And he just won it again on Sunday.
I tell you what, it's getting fun here at UNF Arena. The Ospreys 4 for 4 from three-point land, including a nice catch and gather from Dallas Moore in the corner.
Now the miss, and Romello Banks clears it out.
Osprey's got to be careful. Get a good shot. If they can score on this possession, the house will be a-rocking.
Up and under for Davenport. He missed it and couldn't grab the rebound. Here comes JU.
He's got to finish that one.
Fernandez drawing contact. He does it all for the Jacksonville University Dolphins, and he's keeping the Dolphins hanging around once again here tonight. 9-point lead in the A-Sun quarters for the home standing up. The University of North Florida band just did their thing, and combine that with Dallas Moore's 24 points. This place is rocking here in Jacksonville, Florida. UNF Arena has built quite a home crowd in the last few years, and you can feel the energy in the building once again tonight in the A-Sun quarterfinals. Brett Martin along with Lee Moon Jr. Good start to the second half, Lee. It was a 1-point lead for the Ospreys. They now lead by 9.
Yeah, it's an ideal start for the Ospreys. 4 threes made, and I thought they had a chance to really blow the roof off with Davenport down low right at the basket. He was unable to finish, and then Fernandez doing what he does best, attacks in transition and draws a foul, able to get himself to the line.
Can't say enough about Darian Fernandez. This guy has been fantastic. The end of the game on Thursday, we always said on Thursday he's the engine that makes this team go, and he's doing it again tonight. 9 points, but it's other things too. He just does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he scores in bunches, and that all that would have taken is a little bit of a shot fake or a little pump fake, head fake, get El Masterly flying by, and then he could have just flushed that two-handed dunk. But now Romello Banks, a 46% free throw shooter, going to the line for 2.
Not a lot of free throws in this basketball game. 2 for 6 for the University of North Florida from the line. They have had the wrong guys at the free throw line, and Romello Banks is one of them. Now 2 for 7 for the team. Just 1 for 2 for Jacksonville University from the free throw line. So really have had a clean game. Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of turnovers, and some decent shooting as well. UNF really heating up in the early going of the second half, especially Dallas Moore and Aaron Bottiger. The lead is 8. Again, we're talking a lot about Thursday night, but they just played 5 days ago. So in that game, UNF had a 13-point lead, a 12-point lead, a 10-point lead, and each time Jacksonville University rallied to come back and make it a game, even at the end of that one on Thursday night.
Yeah, JU made some clutch three-point shots from Rubio and from Fernandez late in the contest to close the gap and make it a little closer than what it should have been at the end of the game. The Ospreys, good sign, good defense coming out of that timeout. Now they need to get a solid bucket at the rim.
If you're just joining us, Dallas Moore has 24 points. And he has a turnover now, too. Moore's second turnover of the game. Just the 7th on the Ospreys. They've really taken care of the basketball nicely here tonight.
They can't afford to get sloppy with it, and thus far, and through 6 minutes of the second half, they've turned the ball over now 4 times, 5 times.
Tanner Rubio in the game for Jacksonville University, and so is Dawkins. So they have some threats from the three-point line. Almost a turnover by JU. Getting a little sloppy with the basketball. Marcel White hits the 3 anyway. Broken play, and he knocks down a 3.
Well, I thought Horn was standing flat-footed the whole possession defensively. Missed a chance to rebound the basketball and get out and run. And then he's standing flat-footed right by Marcellus White and unable to get him.
Dallas Moore working against Tanner Rubio, and Moore's been trying to egg on the officials the entire game to, hey, they're bumping me, and that time he got the call.
Well, right now the officials are officiating this game like tournament basketball, and it is. It's the A-Sun tournament. They are letting them play. They're letting some physicality go both on the drive, on defense. Don't expect the whistle to blow. You've got to play through contact on both ends.
Moore peels off from the baseline and knocks down another three. How good is this guy?
He starts coming off of screens, knocking in shots. The Dolphins are going to be in trouble because that's not his forte.
Marcel White trying to create space. Good defense by Aminu, and now the long rebound gets poked out. Dawkins got a couple players up in the air, and then Moore almost steals it. Now will be called for a foul. Interesting the lineup the Jacksonville University Dolphins have on the floor right now, Lee. We said they can shoot the three ball. One of the top 10 teams in the country at making threes. They're down by 8, and you can almost sense Tony Jasic thinks, hey, let's try to get back in this with the long ball, because he has Dawkins on the floor and Tanner Rubio on the floor, and now Fernandez. They can all shoot it at a high rate.
Yeah, and now with Fernandez on the floor coming in, they got 4 guys. Really, they got 5 guys. El Masterly's not going to go out on the perimeter, as UNF does a good job of creating that turnover. But you're right, JU has got a shooting team out on the perimeter right now. Only down 8 with 12 to play. I mean, right now for JU, it's about chipping away. They've got to get one stop at a time, but they got to execute on the offensive end when they get defensive stops. And for UNF, they need to continue to drive the basketball and collapse that JU defense and kick out or drop down for layups.
Dallas Moore gets by Fernandez, floats it up and in. Fernandez went after the steal there, Lee.
Yeah, he did. He dove at Dallas Moore, and it gave Dallas Moore a crease to get that runner floater up.
Look at the extension of the defense on Rubio. He can really shoot it from long range, and they know it. And now Fernandez almost has another turnover. Jacksonville has to do a better job taking care of the basketball. In this half, they've had some sloppy turnovers.
They have, and Fernandez, UNF's doing a good job. Fernandez is driving the basketball, as we see Dallas Moore with that patented runner floater making it. But Fernandez right now for JU driving the ball, but he's getting caught in no man's land, and he's early in the first half he had cutters. He doesn't have cutters when he's driving to the basket.
Fernandez misses the three. A lot of activity on the boards, and now Sams is fouled by Fernandez. Fernandez was trying to get out of his way, just couldn't do it. Sometimes Darian Fernandez is so quick. He gets going so fast he can't slow himself down.
No, he had made up his mind. He was going to try to take the ball from Sams and kind of got a little bit out of control on the defensive end.
Rubio comes out of the game. El Masterly comes out of the game. And Osborne Blunt is in the game, giving a little bit of a breather to Dallas Moore, who's on the bench with 27 of the 50 North Florida points. And we always take a look at these segments with Dallas Moore out of the game, and now, well, he wasn't out very long because we're taking a timeout. Smart move by Coach Driscoll to get him a little bit of an extra breather. And when we come back, it'll be UNF basketball. They lead by 10 here on ESPN3. It's a 10-point lead for the homestanding Ospreys here at the University of North Florida, UNF Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. A-Sun quarterfinals. Loser season is over. Winner advances to Thursday night against NJIT or Lipscomb. That one tipped off an hour after this one did. Garrett Sams for three, and he got it, and UNF Arena's on its feet.
Nice three by Garrett Sams. Better pass. Stepped into it.
Sams has been quiet offensively, but that was a big three to push the lead to 13. Largest of the game. And again, I remind you, it was double digits a few times on Thursday, but Jacksonville kept answering, and there's Marcel White.
Pull back three. Marcel White created enough space for himself to get that three up and in. JU's got a three-point shooting team on the floor right now, and they got a team that can defend one-on-one. As you see, a nice inbounds pass by Osborne Blunt and a step into rhythm three from Garrett Sams. Nice to see the young man playing through a little bit of injury, a little bit of pain, knocking in that three right there.
Dallas Moore checks back into the game. Matthew Driscoll was able to keep him on the bench for about another 30 seconds coming out of that timeout. So he bridged the timeout with about a 30-second breather on each end. 29 points for Dallas Moore. He needs 8 more points to set an ASUN single-season scoring record. Sam Mitchell did it in 1984 and 85. 5 on the shot clock. Blunt has that one thrown out of the gym by Antoine Clayton. 4 left on the shot clock, Lee.
Well, we know Clayton can really get up off the ground. The guy's got pogo sticks for legs, but 4 on the clock. You're going to see, I think you're going to see Davenport peeling off to the rim.
Nice catch by Aminu, but he couldn't finish. That was a good look with 4 on the shot clock. Now Misters travels. Another unforced error. A little forced, but still a sloppy turnover by Jacksonville.
But credit UNF as you see Osborne Blunt driving to the rim. He needed to float that instead of layup. Clayton can climb the ladder.
It was a 1-point halftime lead for UNF. They now lead by 10. Sam's closed off on the baseline, and Clayton is fired up. Not happy with that call. He'll be called for the block.
And it was a block, but credit JU. That is good defense. As soon as UNF puts the ball on the floor, 3-4 guys are collapsing to the ball. UNF has got to understand that, and they have got to drive and kick, and they will get wide open jump shots.
And you have to make them. Dallas Moore to Blunt. Thought about it.
You got Aminu, 90 more. You had Aminu wide open. Holder did a nice job of getting around the front, the post.
Look at the attention Dallas Moore is drawing. And now Davenport off the glass and in. He was able to go one-on-one.
And control. It was good control all the way to the shot, and he was able to kiss it off the glass.
Davenport in the last 3 games has had a 6-turnover game, a 5-turnover game, and a 1-turnover game. Tonight, hasn't turned it over.
Marcel White has played really well here in the second half. He's the only one right now that's got any kind of rhythm offensively. He's carrying the load as the Ospreys need to continue to get stops. JU has to chip away now. It's an 11-point game with 9 to play. That's an eternity. JU's got to continue. They don't need to fall in love with a 3-point shot. They got guys like Marcel White that can get to the rim. You make one, and then you got to take one on the defensive end. It's a give and take there if JU wants to cut this lead to manageable. On the other end, Brent, Ospreys, they need to continue to score off their defense. And when they're in the half court, they've got to get buckets at the rim. Everything's got to be at the rim. Drive, kick, collapse the defense. But they got to continue to move the basketball. Don't get stagnant on the offensive end.
Home run pass to Dallas Moore. He catches it. Spot up 3, and that's too strong. Hustle out of bounds, and it will go over to Jacksonville University. Interesting. Moore caught it. Didn't think he could beat the 2 defenders, and had a good look at a 3.
He did have a good look at the 3. I don't know if he was quite on balance, but it was a good look.
Well, tonight, just about anything's a good look for Dallas Moore. He has 29 points in this one, trying to finish the job in front of the home crowd and advance the Ospreys to the semifinals of the ASUN tournament. A day after being named Player of the Year in the ASUN for a 2nd consecutive season. Only the 3rd player in league history to do that. Good ball movement by JU. Now Marcel White launches the 3 and hits the 3. He's got the hot hand.
Well, he was calling for it over there, clapping and calling for it. He knows right now he's feeling it. The Ospreys got to stay in his pocket.
Little pressure on the Ospreys, and they pressured Davenport. He almost lost it, but Holder knocked it out.
And one of the JU assistants was assisting on the full court press there, out on the floor. I don't know if he was calling for the ball for a skip 3 or what.
Pass is picked off by Clayton. Not a good pass by Davenport. Wow, look at Clayton. Clayton throws it down. The entire bench erupts for Jacksonville University. And he'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was an explosive dunk. We know Clayton can climb the ladder. He did that with some explosion. And speaking of explosion, the JU bench exploded a little bit out onto the floor, but rightfully so. Nice play by Clayton. Explosive jam.
Clayton has a couple of SportsCenter top 10s to his resume. They may have just added another.
Well, they're right back in it, JU is. That's what happens when you turn the ball over and get sloppy with it. Davenport, known for getting loose with the basketball.
Wow, what a tough shot by Dallas Moore as he looks up at the JU fans and says a little something going back down the court.
Well, they need to concentrate on defending and staying focused on the defensive end.
Now Marcel White really feeling it in the second half, but he doesn't hit that one. Now Dallas Moore, he's got that look in his eye right now, Lee.
Yeah, he's getting to the rim.
Just couldn't finish, and we will have a foul underneath. Let's see what they call. And it will go against Antoine Clayton, who's already in a bit of foul trouble. Just had the emphatic dunk. And now he just picks up his fourth foul of the basketball game. And that will send Romello Banks to the free throw line. It was not on the drive, it was on the rebound instead.
Might not be a bad foul.
Again, Romello Banks, 46% from the free throw line on the year, 1-1, and he missed. Now 1 of 4 on the evening for Romello. Seven-point lead for the Ospreys. They've led by as many as 13, but here come the Jacksonville University Dolphins. They did this the other night, and it looks like they're storming back again tonight.
Yeah, nice driving kick, just unable to finish it. Dallas Moore is absolutely gassed.
He does look a little fatigued, but he still can do that.
Hey, good for him.
One against 4 for J.R. Holder. He draws the foul, and JU will get it out of bounds when we come back. Dallas Moore has 33. Ospreys lead it by 9. Dallas Moore now just 4 points away from becoming the ASUN single-season scoring record holder. Just another accolade for the two-time Player of the Year in the ASUN. He's got 33 tonight. Brent Morton along with Lee Moon Jr. here on ESPN3. Did look a little tired before that timeout, Lee.
He did. You could see him kind of leaning off to the side, not really wanting to go get the ball. But at the end of the possession, he had to go get it. He's right now, Dallas Moore has got to just, hey, suck it up. He knows his team needs him on both ends of the floor. He's got to defend, but he has to control the basketball on that end of the floor and make good decisions.
Holder has 11 now. He hits both free throws. And now maybe an opportunity for a break for UNF. Romello Banks, turn around and good. It looked like Sam's found him a little late.
Yeah, he found him late, and the wraparound, I don't know if Romello Banks quite had the vision to see that ball coming to him, but nonetheless, good catch and finish by Romello Banks.
We approach the 7-minute mark now. 9-point lead for the Ospreys. Double teamed in the corner is Fernandez. He found Elman Nasterly somehow, and now Marcel White. He's had a heck of a game, and he hits another 3. That's 19 for White.
And Dallas Moore got caught on the weak side of the floor, not shading over to Marcel White. You can't be a distance away from him. And Coach Driscoll is saying the exact same thing I'm saying. Dallas Moore was on the weak side of the floor. The ball's over here. He needs to shade this way, especially with Marcel White on the floor. He's got to shade to Marcel White. He is on fire right now.
He made up for it a little bit with the assist to Romello Banks on the other end. And Jacksonville University has shown a little pressure. Obviously, they're in crunch time, but the pressure has given up some easy baskets the last couple of times down the floor.
Yeah, and that's the risk reward. High risk, high reward. if you're going to push up in the back court and try to create some turnovers and easy buckets for yourself, you may give up some layups over the top that they have. And UNF looks to go over the top against pressure in the backcourt. They've done it all year. They got guys that'll make that pass, and Dallas more likes to leak out for easy layups as well.
Andres Misters hasn't missed Andres hadn't missed a free throw the entire year, and he missed that one. Right now we have J.R. Holder holding his nose. It looked like he got hit on the rebound attempt. The ball went out of bounds. The Dolphins didn't like the call, but it will go to UNF. And now Holder is getting some medical attention. You can see he must have got popped in the nose pretty good because there's some blood on the court.
Yeah, that nose took an elbow right to the bridge of it.
Take a look at the scores from around tonight's ASUN Men's Championship quarterfinals. Florida Gulf Coast rolling over the 8th seed Stetson. Looks like they will advance to the semifinals on Thursday night. Kennesaw State now in the lead up there in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And Lipscomb cruising in Nashville, Tennessee at the moment, up by 18. If that holds true, the winner here will travel to Nashville, Tennessee on Thursday and play the Lipscomb Bisons. Our officials are taking a look at this call because of the bloody nose and to see if there's an elbow.
Yeah, I think you just look and during the play, elbows, forearms. I think he got caught underneath Romello Banks and caught an elbow right across the bridge of the nose.
Here we're getting a look at it right there as both players attempt to grab the rebound. There you can see the hand, certainly inadvertent, but that doesn't matter always.
Well, that's a basketball play.
And that's what the official said. Rick Crawford says it's a basketball play. It's a common, well, not even a foul. It's just a basketball play. There was no foul on the play. And the ball is off Marcel White in Jacksonville University. I think our officials have done a really nice job here tonight. That's another example of a potential call, and I think they kind of let it play on.
Yeah, that was a good job coming over and just taking a peek. But when you're going after rebounds and you get caught underneath a 7-footer's arms, it's dangerous.
Sam's trying to break the pressure, but he turns it over instead. Nice job by Clayton forcing the turnover. And now Fernandez dumps it to Clayton. Marcel White has the hot hand. He's got 19 points. And the block by Davenport no good because Marcel White is fouled by Chris Davenport. He'll go to the free throw line.
Freshman mistake by Garrett Sams. You don't dribble through the press. You beat the press with passes, and then as you get out in front, then he can dribble it ahead and lay it in or make a play at the basket. He's trying to be a one-man press breaker. That works in high school. It does not work at the Division I level. Not against athletes, not against length.
How good has Marcel White been here tonight? He now has 20 points. Make it 21. He had 3 at halftime, so 18 in the second half. This is a guy that missed most of the year with a foot injury.
He's been really good. JU would have loved to see Sams or Bottinger pull quick. They want to see quick shot. Hey, that's one of the reasons JU is pressuring and picking up full court. They're trying to get a steal in the backcourt, and if they don't get a steal, they're trying to get the Ospreys to take a quick contested shot.
Now bodies hit the floor after Banks missed it and got it back. And I think we have a foul call against Jacksonville University. Officials trying to straighten things out. And we do. That's Omar El Manasterly. That's number 4 on him. Clayton has 4 as well. So two players in significant foul trouble for Jacksonville University. Again, it sends Romello Banks to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He missed there just a moment ago, and he's only a 46% free throw shooter.
Well, if you're JU, you got the right guy at the line. If you're UNF, I think you try to squeeze in there and get a rebound.
That's a big free throw for the Ospreys.
I think every free throw, every chance they get to go to the line, they have to convert at a high percentage, UNF does, because I don't think they're going to get a whole lot of opportunities to make shots and layups. They're going to get put to the free throw line early and often by JU. They're going to be ultra aggressive, JU is. Now JU should just go get to the basket. Everything's got to be at the rim.
And another foul call. Marcel White really doing a nice job creating offense. He'll go to the free throw line once again, where he's a 65% free throw shooter.
Well, here's the deal, Brent. JU's going to have every opportunity to get the ball at the rim. UNF is flying at shooters. They're extended, which is they don't want to give up threes, but they're going to allow for easy layups or uncontested layups if JU will just shot fake and stick it on the floor and attack the basket. UNF would rather give up a 2 than give up a 3.
Romello Banks comes out of the game. He just has 2 fouls, so that's one thing. He's been able to be a factor here tonight. He was in a lot of foul trouble on Thursday. Wajid Aminu, the freshman of the year in the ASUN, back in the game, but he has 4 fouls. And Marcel White does a nice job of hitting both free throws. Here's this pressure again by Jacksonville, and Bottiger's able to be found, and that's a goaltend and an easy 2 for Bottiger. So nice job by Davenport finding the open guy across court.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. With Davenport with the ball in his hands, it's 50-50 what's going to happen. That time, under control enough to make an advance pass, and then Bottiger finishes. Right now, JU has got to find a way to continue to make shots.
How about Marcel White?
And I'm not sure why UNF or how UNF continues to leave Marcel White behind the three-point line wide open. You've got to have a guy in his vicinity at all times.
White now with 26, 23 of them in the second half, and now Jacksonville University peels back the pressure now that it's a one-possession game.
Yeah, they have now got it from 11 to 3. It is manageable, and like you said, a one-possession game.
And Dallas Moore turns it over. Good double team by Jacksonville, and Fernandez finishes the rare turnover by Dallas Moore.
Well, he got caught. Look, they're going to double team Dallas Moore and make him give it up. He has got to now trust his teammates and make the right play.
Now Sands has it. 14 on the shot clock. Backdoor to Moore. Moore dumps it to Aminu, and he is strong with the basketball and able to put it up and in. Almost a jump ball.
Yeah, nice backdoor by Dallas Moore. He saw Clayton come from the weak side, and Clayton volleyballed one into the stands earlier. We got a game here.
Much in part of Marcel White. He's been fantastic, but this is there. Here's Dallas. Looks like he got fouled, and he did. They call it on Fernandez. So when we come back, Dallas Moore will try to build on a 33-point game from the free throw line. Ospreys clinging to a 3-point lead. What a second half of Marcel White, the senior forward. Doing a little bit of everything. From the free throw line, from downtown, he's been fantastic. 6 of 7 from beyond the arc. He has 26 points, 23 here in the second half. And we still have almost 4 minutes to play. Jacksonville University down by 3 here on the road at UNF Arena. Brett Martineau along with Lee Moon Jr. here on ESPN3. ASUN quarterfinals. Winner go home time of the year. Dallas Moore at the free throw line. Speaking of putting up numbers, how about 35 points now for Dallas?
Stops are at a premium, Brent. It's all about the defensive end of the floor and then going to the free throw line and making shots.
Fernandez dumps it to Holder and can't get the roll on the front rim, but Aaron Bottiger reached in, and that will send Holder to the free throw line. And as you can tell, J.R. Holder, who got hit in the nose on a rebound, now has a mask on, and that's a little different. Tough to do in the middle of a game.
And we'll see how he shoots with it, because it normally takes a little bit of time to get used to.
That would have looked okay. He's a 72% free throw shooter. Once again, Jacksonville University very good from the free throw line on the year. Struggled Thursday night, but they're doing well tonight, 11 of 14. Holder misses that one, and Davenport rips down the rebound. Another interception by Davenport. It's Clayton who has it. And now Holder. Foul and a chance at a three-point play. The turnover by Davenport creates an opportunity by the Dolphins, and they trail by just 2.
Yeah, bad pass by Davenport, poor decision. You cannot throw cross-court passes against good athletes. Long passes, I don't know what he's seen, but it's not the defense. He's got to keep the ball in his hand, pass fake, and then get the ball back to Dallas Moore. Let him dribble the ball.
Another miss by Holder, but the ball comes all the way out to Fernandez. A nice job by Blunt, and now we've got another tie-up. We had a similar situation in the first half. And what do we have here? A jump ball that'll stay with Jacksonville. Both teams really working hard, hustling all these loose balls. They know what's on the line over the last 3 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah, this is pressure basketball at its best. We have got a game. JU has done a great job of getting themselves back in the game. They looked like they were out of it and getting ready to get run out of the gym, and they found a way through Marcel White, knocking in a couple threes. They kept them hanging around, and then they've made some scrappy plays on the defensive end, created a couple turnovers, and they've been able to score at will on the offensive end.
Fernandez working against Blunt. Now White, who's had the huge second half, gives it up to Helgeland, and Helgeland just misses the three. How did that not go down?
Now Dallas Moore's got to play under control here. You don't want to freeze the clock and freeze yourself out of a good shot. You want to take what's given to you, but you want to take your time.
Moore working against a double team. Now Davenport launches the three. Top of the key, no good, but nice job by Bottiger. And now Moore, and they'll call a foul on Helgeland in the paint. And Moore will go back to the free throw line. What a nice play by Bottiger. He had the big play on Thursday late in the game, a little tap out to Moore, and he just did a similar thing right there on the offensive end.
Yeah, a gritty job by Bottiger to keep that possession alive, tapping it out to Moore, and then Moore did a good job of playing under control. You could see the glimmer in his eye thinking about shooting it on the tap out. He thought better of it. Got himself to the line for 2.
And with those free throws, Dallas Moore has just become the all-time leading scorer in the A-Sun in a single season. He just set the record. Sam Mitchell had the record of 774 points in 1984-1985 season. And now let's see if Dallas Moore and the Ospreys can finish things off here in the quarterfinals at home. Up by 4, 2:19 to play.
You've got to be aware of where Marcel White is.
Davenport ripped down the rebound, almost turned it over, and I think Clayton may have just picked up his 5th. Yes, he has.
Now, you remember, Brent, on Thursday night, Chris Davenport on an inbounds, underneath out-of-bounds play, trying to go the length of the floor, had the ball knocked out of his hands because he wasn't strong with the ball, and it almost cost the Ospreys. Chris Davenport and whoever else for the Ospreys is going to be handling the ball has to be aware of 2 things. One, JU is going to come at the ball and slap down at the ball however hard they can to try to dislodge the ball. UNF has got to be strong with it. They got to make good, solid shot pass fakes and make right plays be strong with the ball, and now they got to go make some free throws.
Chris Davenport will go to the free throw line, and Davenport's a 74% free throw shooter on the season. Jacksonville University is never out of this. We learned that on Thursday. They were down 10 within like a minute to go and came back and had a chance. And Davenport misses the front end. This will be a free throw shooting contest a bit. How about this in the second half? Both teams have combined to go 11 of 14 from downtown. So the three-point ball falling in the second half. And big misses by Chris Davenport, the senior from Atlanta.
And a 72, almost 73%.
Now the ball on the floor, and Fernandez saves it. El Monasterly with the basketball now. Frantic play by Jacksonville University. Holder for three. Doesn't have it. Aminu gets the rebound, but he's triple teamed, and now they're tied up, and bodies hit the floor, and I think we might have a technical foul against Osborne Blunt. What a bad play by Blunt. He pushed El Monasterly and got a technical foul late in the game. Dallas Moore's having a conversation with Blunt right now, but not a heads-up play by Osborne Blunt after Wajid Aminu was fouled.
That's not a heads-up play by Osborne Blunt. You have to keep your head. There's no reason to go in there and start shoving. He was out of the play, had no business being in that play whatsoever.
And Blunt's already been involved a little bit on a couple of occasions with Fernandez with loose balls, and this one wasn't a loose ball. The foul had been called, triple team on Aminu, and so bodies were crashing a little bit, but no harm done until Blunt came in, and now that's a technical foul and a big one, Lee.
And I think El Masterly might have gotten away with a couple shoves as well down there. Now, Osborne Blunt was in the wrong for coming in there and creating havoc. El Masterly had some arms being swung it as well. I mean,
it wasn't too forceful, but it was enough after the whistle to create the technical foul, and Blunt will pick that up. And so we'll have a situation where Jacksonville University will likely shoot 2 free throws, and then Wajid Aminu will go to the free throw line. And keep in mind, he's a 48% free throw shooter. This could be a huge moment in this basketball game as both coaches come together with the officials.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of free throws down here, free throws down for JU, and then JU will get the ball. The bottom line is, in a close game, in a rivalry game, you need to keep your head in the game.
2 shots for the common foul, and then it's a dead ball contact technical foul on 10, so Jacksonville gets to shoot 2 shots to get the ball out of bounds.
Well, there you could tell our officiating crew, Rick Crawford, doing a fantastic job here tonight. He just explained it to everybody at home listening and watching about what will take place here over the next couple of minutes. We should have him come on and join the broadcast.
Yeah, great job of describing by Rick Crawford. This isn't his first rodeo. So right now,
common foul, technical foul, 2-2, Jacksonville's ball on the side.
So we're going to have four free throws shot, two by UNF for the foul, and then you're going to have 2 free throws shot by JU for the technical foul called on Osborne Blunt, and then JU's going to get the ball about 3/4 court, having to go the length of the floor as part of that technical foul by Osborne Blunt.
And again, Aminu, a 48% free throw shooter, and he misses that one badly. Aminu, 1 of 3 now from the free throw line here tonight. So this is definitely a favorable situation for Jacksonville University. They couldn't have drawn it up any better, really. Aminu misses both. Freshman of the year in the A-Sun has really struggled from the free throw line. No doubt it will be something he works on the rest of his career, especially this offseason.
And now that's 4 straight free throws that UNF's missed. 2 by Davenport on a 2-shot foul, 2 by Aminu. And what's really in favor for JU is all of this is taking place with the clock stopped. No time is coming off this clock as JU has hit the first, and now we'll hit the second.
Mister's only missed one free throw all season long. Hasn't had a ton of opportunities, but we know he can shoot the basketball, and he just showed it there for the 2 free throws. So 72-70, our score, and I think we're going to have some excitement down the stretch of this one. 1:46 to play in the basketball game. Jacksonville University ball trailing by 2. Marcel White has been the hero in the second half. 23 points, number 13 for Jacksonville.
What you don't want to give up if you're the Ospreys is a 3. Make the Dolphins drive the ball and don't let them kick it out for a 3.
Now Holder inside, front rims it no good, and Bottinger comes away with the rebound. Nice defense by UNF.
Yeah, not a good defense. That was great defense. Defending inside without fouling. Now you have to get something at the rim, and it's got to be Dallas Moore.
13 to go on the shot clock. It's Dallas Moore time. 37 points here tonight. 7 on the shot clock. Step back 3 for Dallas. Missed it, and here comes Fernandez on the run. And Fernandez will draw the foul against Bottinger as he hit the deck. Moore front rimmed that 3, and you can tell he's been tired a little bit in the second half, and maybe didn't have the legs to get that one up and in.
Yeah, I thought after that screen on Fernandez, it stunned him. I thought he should have given it up to Davenport, who had really nobody guarding him from the top of the key.
So Fernandez getting some medical attention right now. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He'll be okay to do that. 73% free throw shooter. Fernandez has 11 points. Really the heart and soul of this basketball team. He's been fun to watch here again tonight. And now he has a chance to tie the basketball game up at 72 if he can hit a couple of free throws. Both teams in the double bonus.
Well, you're sitting 52 seconds left. And for all intents and purposes, Fernandez at the line with an opportunity to tie this ball game up. And it's eerily similar to the game on Thursday night. JU has come back, storming back, with a couple turnovers, a pick-off pass by Clayton. They score on this end. Fernandez steals one from Dallas Moore at half court, converts on the other end. UNF 0 for 4 from the free throw line in the last 30 seconds. And JU has done a good job of defending and then scoring on this end of the floor.
There you look at Dallas Moore, 2-time A-Sun Player of the Year, only the 3rd person in league history to do that. 37 points tonight, 3 assists, and 37 minutes. A lot on his shoulders, and he's delivered most of the night here tonight and really most of his career here at the University of North Florida. This extended break is because there's some blood on the floor. So blood, sweat, and tears here tonight at UNF Arena in the A-Sun quarterfinals.
Whoever wins this game will have left everything out on the floor, including the blood, including the sweat, and there will be some tears shed, as you said, from both teams, win or lose. We have got a great game. This is the type of game that you want when you've got 2 crosstown rivals playing against each other. This is the environment that you want.
University of North Florida women will play in the quarterfinals of the A-Sun tournament down in Fort Myers on Friday. That will be on ESPN3 as well, down at Florida Gulf Coast. So I think they've cleaned up the floor enough, or almost. Here's the deal, 52.4 seconds. Darian Fernandez at the free throw line. Not sure this helps him. He's kind of being iced a little bit at the free throw line with this big break. 2 huge free throws. Fernandez, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe here tonight.
It does one of 2 things for you as a player this late. It either gets Fernandez, who's been playing a ton of minutes tonight. He was at 34 minutes the last media timeout. So he's played almost the whole game. And it gives him a chance now to do 2 things. Catch his breath, gather his thoughts. Now, sometimes overthinking is detrimental we'll see how it plays in his hands.
73% free throw shooter. UNF Arena in full throat, and Fernandez calmly knocks it down. Do you think we'll see some pressure with a made basket here?
I don't. I think now, get across half court, you're going to see a double team on Dallas Moore to try to get him to give the ball up.
A big miss by Fernandez, so it's still a 1-point lead for the Ospreys. 22-second differential, game clock to shot clock.
Now here's the thing, Brent. There's going to be a sprint ball screen from Davenport at some point late in this clock. Dallas Moore needs to make the right play, and the right play is going to be a throwback.
Well, he does. 7 on the shot clock now, and now Davenport drives the lane, kicks to Sams, the freshman, and he nails the three! And Fernandez answers. How good is this? Well,
unbelievable. Now, Fernandez 3 right there, iced in his veins. But how many did he hit on Thursday night? He hit 3 of them late in the game. And I want to say he hit 3 of them inside of 42 seconds on Thursday night. Now you ask, are you going to see pressure? I think UNF and Coach Driscoll, they have to expect some kind of pressure, even if it's a little bit of a false deking pressure. I think you're going to see a little bit of it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see JU not have a guy on the ball. I would take the guy off the ball and I would double team Dallas Moore and refuse to let him catch the ball. I'd play one guy in front of him, one guy behind him, and I would sandwich him, and I would make somebody else catch the ball and make a play with it.
Well, there you see A-Sun Men's Championship quarterfinal action. Florida Gulf Coast has advanced. Kennesaw State has advanced. So it'll be Florida Gulf Coast and Kennesaw State on Thursday night. Lipscomb in the lead big over NJIT. Winner here gets the winner of that one as the freshman Garrett Sams hits a big shot. But then look at UNF Arena going crazy, and Darian Fernandez says, not so fast. Another big answer 3 by JU and Darian Fernandez. Keep in mind, both teams are in the double bonus here.
Again, I think you're going to see pressure from JU, and you're going to see aggressive on the ball on the catch. You're going to see physical catches.
And now Fernandez fouls Garrett Sams as he turned the corner. Fernandez thought maybe there was a hook by Sams, but officials whistled him before any such action. Yeah, and now Fernandez has 4.
Yep, and good job by Garrett Sams going to the ball, running through the pass, running the ball through his hands, and then turning quickly, being strong with it, knowing that he was going to get contact, whether fouled or not. I don't think you can expect a whistle the way the game's been called.
Big shot by Sams. The freshman shoots it at 77%. And UNF knew they would rely on the freshman big time this season. Wajidaminu and Garrett Sams. Oh, what a spot right here.
When he makes this, they're up 3, and JU has thrived behind the three-point line in the second half. You have to defend and be there on catches. If anything, you have to make JU make plays at the basket. You can't give up, drive, and kick threes.
Would you foul?
I would not foul.
5 seconds to go in the game. Fernandez looks to launch it. He does, and he misses, and that will do it. The University of North Florida escapes the quarterfinals of the A-Sun tournament with a 77-74 win here at home in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh boy, was that a game, and we were able to have front row seats. That is what a rivalry game is about. It's about executing on both ends of the floor late in the game. And give JU credit. These young men fought their tails off tonight, made big shot after big shot, answer after answer. And at the end, it just wasn't enough as Garrett Sams knocks in that critical three-pointer on the right wing.
What a performance by both teams. Really a hard-fought game. A lot of heart shown blood, sweat, tears. We called it all, and it was fun to watch. Both teams leaving it out on the floor. The Ospreys advance, and Dallas Moore ends his University of North Florida home career with 37 points, too shy of his career high. Now, I say ends. There's still, let's see, is there an opportunity for them to host the game? I'm trying to do yes, there is. In the championship game, they could still potentially host with a Kennesaw State upset on Thursday night over Florida Gulf Coast. So it's not definite, but it looks to be his final game, and what a show he put on.
Well, and right now you don't need to discount the chance. Now, albeit a small chance, if NJIT can somehow find a way to come back on Lipscomb, then you got a chance to host the semifinal game.
Matthew Driscoll, the head coach of the University of North Florida, trying to get the attention of the fans, and they are going to address the crowd here, and I think give one more shout out to the seniors, Chris Davenport, Aaron Pottinger, and also Dallas Moore. How much fun has it been watching Dallas Moore play basketball here at UNF Arena? Now it's on to the semis of the A-Sun tournament on Thursday against Lipscomb or NJIT, and we'll see who wins that one. Right now, Lipscomb winning pretty heavily in Nashville, Tennessee so far tonight. What a game it was. A lot of fun here at UNF Arena. So for Lee Moon Jr., I'm Brent Martineau saying so long from UNF Arena on the campus of the University of North Florida. The final score, 77-74. The Ospreys beat the JU Dolphins. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. 37 points for Dallas Moore, a big three and big free throws from the freshman Garrett Sands. University of North Florida is moving on. This has been a presentation of ESPN.